So welcome to another Skaters Skadoo channel, and that's why the Clone Wars was saved, because I was thinking about since the Clone Wars was brought back, I figured I would explain, I guess, why the Clone Wars was cancelled in the first place, and that was the failed attempt to try to be cool. So, the reason why the Clone Wars was cancelled, like while in the process of season 6, is because, and at least from what I've heard, which I don't have any doubt that this isn't true, and the reason why the Clone Wars got canceled is because it was too graphic or too mature for the audience that they wanted. It was too mature for the audience. It was too graphic in some sense, even though, let's be real, let's take out the Disney Star Wars movies for a second, which will mean take away Star Wars The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Rogue One, and Solo, A Star Wars Story. All 6 Star Wars movies had some sort of graphicness to it. The Phantom Menace, Darth Maul literally got chopped off like in half. They literally showed Darth Maul stabbing Qui-Gon Jinn. I think they actually showed him through the chest. I forget if they actually showed that part or not. But at the very least, they showed Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was an apprentice at the time, slicing Darth Maul in half just to avenge his master. Now, let's go to, I think that's the only part in episode 1. And you guys, I guess, can count the beginning scene when we saw those 2 people getting blown up in the ship that was carrying Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi in as graphic, but that's not my definition of graphic, really. And then, Attack of the Clones. We saw Mace Windu chop off Jango Fett's head. We saw Count Dooku chopping off Anakin's right hand. We saw C-3PO's head getting swung over from his body onto a battle droid, and then R2 ripping C-3PO's head off from the battle droid body just so he can reconnect it to his C-3PO's body. That's all the graphic parts that I remember from Attack of the Clones. Sorry, my cat wants to get on. Go on. Good boy. And then episode Revenge of the Sith. We had Anakin. We saw Anakin because Darth Sidious swayed him to do this. Cut off Count Dooku's hands right before he killed him. We saw Obi-Wan Kenobi shooting General Grievous in the heart, making him pretty much explode to death. We saw multiple Jedi in self-defense killing clone troopers. We saw Yoda in the Order 66 scene, for example, chopping off 2 clone troopers' heads as, again, self-defense. We saw Obi-Wan cutting off Anakin's non-robotic hand being his left hand, and his two legs. And then about 5 seconds later, 8 seconds later, we saw Anakin burn. And if you want to stretch it a bit, the meaning of graphic or mature, we saw Anakin force choking his own wife in anger. And then let's go to, you know what? Let's count Rogue One in this lineup. We saw uh Darth Vader slaughtering rebels in Rogue One at the end of Rogue One. Hey Harper, how you doing? And then we saw pretty much in episode 4, Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, after Luke comes back, like bones, because the Empire pretty much burned their the Lars homestead to look for C-3PO and R2-D2. And then we also saw Darth Vader choking on Captain Antilles. Yeah, congratulations, pal. I'm happy for you, yeah. I'm really happy for you, congrats. And then Empire Strikes Back. We saw Luke getting his hand cut off by Darth Vader. And we saw Luke cutting off a Wampa's arm in Empire. And then Return of the Jedi. We saw Leia strangling Jabba. And then we saw what else? I don't really count the Emperor Force Lightning, Luke, and Vader. I'm so proud you've been keeping your streams. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for that. And then, I think that's the only graphic part in Return of the Jedi, is where Leia literally strangles Jabba the Hutt. I gotta think for a second. Is that the only part? I feel like that's the only part. And then, you can say Solo Star Wars Story and The Force Awakens kind of played it safe with not really having anything graphic. But The Last Jedi, man, had it where they literally showed Kylo Ren chopping Snoke in the middle. And I think his head came too in The Last Jedi. So, and that was mature and graphic as well. So, in my opinion, them canceling the Clone Wars because it was graphic or too mature is honestly kinda stupid. Basing off of those, 8 Star Wars movies that I just mentioned, all the graphic or mature, I guess, content in it. So and I'm not trying to exactly bash anyone here. This is my personal opinion about the take, and I find it stupid that it was canceled because it was too mature or too graphic for the audience. Because when I saw the Clone Wars trailer movie, I liked it. It was a bit silly, but I liked it. The first season of the Clone Wars was still a bit silly, but as the seasons went on and on, it still kept its silliness, but it got more deep, meaningful, and they didn't play it really safe, per se. I feel like each season, they kept on trying to go off their comfort zone a bit more without going out of the line. So, do I agree with their choice for canceling the Clone Wars because of that? No. I mean, I still get to see the 6 seasons of the Clone Wars on Netflix. And I watched that's the series twice so far on Netflix. in the process of watching it the third time. Because each time I watch it, I kind of get something new out of it. And then, so that's why, part of the reason why I love the Clone Wars so much. That, and I'm a huge Star Wars nut. And then, uh, I like Rebels. It was okay. I like Rebels, especially seasons 2 and 4. Those are my favorite seasons of Rebels. And then I heard that they announced that the Clone Wars was back. And I was so excited. This is where the thumbnail is from, and for this stream. The thumbnail is from the season 7 trailer for the Clone Wars. And I've heard that season 7 is supposed to be its series finale. And think it's gonna have like 12 episodes. 12, 14 episodes. It's supposed to be some even number greater than 10. But uh and then Resistance came on. Because I liked the track they were going at with Clone Wars and Rebels. Granted that I didn't love every single episode of Clone Wars and Rebels, but as a whole, I liked Clone Wars and Rebels. Resistance, on the other hand, I'm not a fan of the Resistance show. I can see this for younger viewers, and I like the animation style. And I like what they're trying to do with it, having a spy come down and locate allies to the resistance. Come on, Nemo, hurry up. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Thank you. Sorry, I hate when my door is open. Oh, I stream in my room for some reason. But so I like the whole plot point. Person that's a spy trying to recruit uh allies for the resistance. I I dislike the fact that is a few, like, I think it was 5 months before the events of The Force Awakens, and I personally dislike that, because I feel like they should have done 5 years. 5 years before the events of the Resistance. Or 2.5 years, I should say. That way we can kind of... The reason why I'm saying 5 years is because it would have been nice to see Luke in the series training Jedi. And then we actually get to see, okay, this is how Ben Solo got turned into Kylo Ren. And then it can later be like that could have been like the first season. That first season could have been set 5 years before the events of the Force Awakens. And then the second season could have been like 5 months before. I would have been, I would have been like in about it, but I would have been more okay with it. But I do like what they're trying to do, like the whole concept of what they're trying to do. I don't really mind the art style as some people do. The execution is what I don't dislike in terms of stories and jokes. I watched the first 4 episodes, because I wanted to give it a chance before I trust it. And, come on, Nemo. And, yeah, I just dislike that show. And I respect your guys' decision if you agree or disagree with any of my points, because I'm not gonna call you stupid for disagreeing with me. But, out of the 3 shows, Resistance has to be my least favorite show. Here's my ranking from best to least. The Clone Wars is, at least for me, this is like the greatest to least, greatest to worst in my opinion, on my list. And like I said, I respect your guys' decision if your list is different. But the Clone Wars is uh on the top of my list on being the greatest. Cause I feel like that has the most meaning out of the three shows. Like each episode had more like had a lot of meaning per se. And even though like really with season two, I feel like with Rebels, I feel like with the first season, the Rebels didn't really try to go for like the meaningful effect, not like the goofier effect. But with season two, three, and four, I could see that they were trying to go for the meaningful effect. But I feel like Clone Wars was a better show, in my opinion, and the best show. Then comes Rebels, because it actually showed you like the formation of the Rebel Alliance. And yeah, it really only had two Jedi in the entire series. Ahsoka was a great Jedi, in my opinion. So that she, so in a sense, you can say it was the first show that featured a great Jedi. And I like with Clone Wars, I might not have liked all the episodes to Rebels, but as a whole, I liked Rebels and I liked Clone Wars because 90% of the episodes of Rebels and Clone Wars I liked. Uh, I liked. I mean, there was a few that I didn't like, but is not me saying, "Oh, that's because it's horrible." Because that's not the reason why. The few episodes I disliked, pretty much what I'm saying, because I'm kind of confusing myself. The few episodes where I disliked, I don't dislike them because they're bad. It's just my personal taste. Then Resistance comes in last place because I don't like the episodes, and I apologize if this offends anyone. But the reason why like I dislike Rebels, I mean not Rebels, Resistance, is because I dislike the episodes. I dislike the course they take, or the direction they're choosing to take it with. And as I said before, the concept of having a rebel spy or resistance spy looking for resistance sympathizers is, I like that concept. The art style, I like it. The execution, I don't like. Them having it 5 months before is one of the executions where I dislike. Hopefully one day they'll say, hey, yeah, we should do a show that takes place 5 years before the events of The Force Awakens. Because I would love to see Luke Skywalker training a Jedi, training a new generation of Jedi Knights, and having the final season be, oh yeah, we're going to show you how Kylo Ren, I mean Ben Solo turned to Kylo Ren. We're going to show you how the First Order came to be. Hopefully we'll get a show like that. Maybe I'll call that show, Star Wars The New Dawn? I mean, that would be a cool name to call this show. Or Star Wars Episode 9. They could call Star Wars Episode 9 A New Dawn. Because, since with Episode 9, it's the end of the Skywalker saga, but it's kind of like one story's over, but depending on how J.J. Abrams does it, there can still be room that has major influence, that was heavily influenced of the Skywalker saga, and I mean the prequels, the original trilogy, sequel trilogy, has an impact on the future. Great impact. And yeah, it could have a Skywalker in it, which I pray to God raise a Skywalker. But there could be Skywalkers in the movies in the future that takes place after Episode 9. But they don't have to like have it where a Skywalker is the main story. They could have it where the Skywalker saw or or side characters. That's the word. That's the word. But anyways, so yeah, the reasoning behind the Clone Wars getting canceled, in my personal opinion, is stupid. Cause at that time there were only 6 movies. There are only 6 movies, and all 6 movies had some of graphic or mature content in it. Uh, in the new movies, uh, mm, Ra- uh, Rogue One and The Last Jedi has something mature, and so I don't know. And you can say that Rebels had some mature content too, like with Obi-Wan. Sorry, I was also texting my brother, that's why I was kind of distracted. But you can say that Rebels has some mature content in it too for younger viewers. So, I don't know. I don't know. Of the Clone Wars being cancelled, stupid, in my opinion. But them bring the Clone Wars back is awesome. Uh, it was because fans demanded it pretty much, and I like it. I like the series come back. I really do, and again, I'm going to be watching the new Clone Wars season, so I can actually be caught up in the Star Wars canon, which that's the only reason why I'm willing to watch Resistance. That's the only reason why I'm watching Resistance, so I can be caught up in Star Wars canon. Anyways, I'm going to stream. My brother says that he needs to talk to me, so I'm gonna give him a call. So, if you enjoyed this stream, please give this a thumbs up. And, if you so happen to catch the stream afterwards, uh, please give your thoughts on any or all of the points I've made, with points like you agree with comments you statements you disagree with, and I'll be uh and please subscribe to everybody that was in this lobby, which so far has only been Zachary Harper. Wait, has it been Zachary Harper? Hold on, I gotta check. Hold on. Well, yeah, now not anymore. Aaron. But okay, now subscribe to everybody that's in this stream if you haven't already. And since I have to call my brother, I gotta end the stream. Otherwise, I will probably have done this stream for another 20 minutes. So again, If you enjoyed yourself in the stream, please give this a thumbs up. If you haven't been in the stream and want to weigh in weigh your thoughts in, please do it in the comment section below, and I will see you again. Yeah, I will see you guys soon. And as the classic Star Wars saying goes, may the force be with you.